Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Uniswap, its valuations against Bitcoin. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, with Uniswap, it is an altcoin. It has not been doing very well. However, it has been doing better, in my opinion, than other cryptocurrencies, only down 36% against Bitcoin for its local top. Its local top actually lines up with the peak of opening week for Uniswap on Binance at about, 80,000 Satoshis. Currently, where we are with Uniswap is that we're up, 6.5% for the week. The past few days have been great, but the days preceding that were not so great. Um, but the one thing I do want to put everyone into perspective is that Uniswap seems to be holding fairly well at this line here, at this yellow line at about, 47, 48,000 Satoshis. We've bounced there before the drop. So during the periods of April and March, we came back down to this level, and that's what brought us to our local high. We immediately got cut down by Bitcoin crossing below the 20-week moving average, resulting in Uniswap's valuation to drop. And where did we go? We closed at the line. We closed at the line twice after Bitcoin dropped below the 20-week moving average, once in June and once in May, and once in July, and we're currently bouncing off of it right now. So this is something you also see on the US dollar chart. So not necessarily from the previous before Bitcoin got below the 20-week moving average, but afterwards, the line is pretty much held at around $16.37. We went there once in May 17th, twice June 21st, and three times in July just this past week. And so this is starting to become a very interesting level for Uniswap. This might be the base that we hold and we just bounce off of or move sideways slightly above until Bitcoin gets back on track. I'm not here to say that because the support's so strong that Uniswap's just going to blast off in the next couple weeks. I don't think that's the case. I think altcoins will continue to struggle, not necessarily make new all-time highs. It can move up, but it most likely also will move down, resulting in just neutral movement for the time being until Bitcoin gets back above the 20-week moving average. Until then, we can look to see that and assume that users might be or traders might be accumulating Uniswap at these levels at 47,000 satoshis, 48,000 satoshis, or $16.38, whichever level you want to use. This is kind of where people are buying in and holding the price at. One thing is also to note is Ethereum, its valuations against Ethereum. Not so much of a clear cut, but it's always important to see the valuation of Uniswap against Ethereum, because the ultimate goal is not only outpacing Bitcoin but also outpacing the largest altcoin in the space, which is Ethereum. And Uniswap did do that from the span of January to March, but ever since then we've been falling off the wayside. What's interesting to note is that we are holding the levels, relatively speaking. We're holding the range here, this area here, which is a good thing, right? I don't think I don't necessarily want Uniswap to drop off and come back down. I mean, that's fine. You can consider buying more at that level, especially if it comes back down to this level. But you'd like to see some progression with Uniswap. Uniswap is a new coin. There's literally the sky's the limit for this asset, and so you would like to see some kind of progression up. And so if we are able to hold this level, and months come down, months go by, and then Bitcoin's back above the 20-week moving average, and then we see it rise. Well, guess what? We're seeing a upwards progression against Ethereum, at least for at least for the bullish cycle that we're currently in. That's what I would like to see during a bear market, a long-term bear market. So this is when Bitcoin's, touching the 200-week moving average, for example. Those times could be different. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like Uniswap just drops at that point, as do many other altcoins do. So there's that to be said. All in all, Uniswap here is showing some very good stability. It's holding the line. It's holding this level at $16 fairly well, right? It's also showing it very well against Bitcoin, as you can see. One argument to be made is that, if something's bouncing off a level enough times, then the level gets weaker, right? That's something to also keep in mind. I mean, if that's something that you believe, it can and can't happen. In my mind, it could be just an accumulation, right? If that's the case, then it just continues to move sideways, and that level just becomes solid like a rock. But we'll keep an open mind if Uniswap drops by the wayside, in which case we'll keep in mind of that. That doesn't necessarily concern me in the short term. Uniswap is my punt. It has always been my punt for this market cycle. A coin that was new, has no market data, and just shows it's just that I buy it because it's a very good project, and I'm betting that it will be a key player within the market cycle, and I will sell it when I sell my last Bitcoin, essentially. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.